Hi, it's Megan McKeefrey, and I'm here with Dan RIckel, the president of IBEW Local 577 in the city of Appleton, Wisconsin. Hi, Dan.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Well, I'm pretty good, pretty good.
Could you tell me a little bit about the IBEW here and the area you represent?
Well, we represent 5 counties. Basically, it's the Fox Valley and then 2 counties to the west, Waupaca and Waushara. We do a lot of industrial work. Probably about 380 to 400 members. I've been a member of the local for 30 years, and my father was a member for, I believe, 25 years. So,
okay. So you've been from the area?
I grew up in Waupaca, which is about 40 miles west of here.
Okay.
So I've always lived in Waupaca, so I've always been, this is the only area I've ever really worked.
Okay. Could you tell me, do you see the paper industry having a direct impact on your local and the electrical workers?
Yeah, what happened when they started consolidating and closing up, what happened is we're running probably 15 to 20% unemployment just in electricians because the work isn't here anymore. We've got highly trained guys, but there's nothing for them to do. And you look around citywide, you can tell that you're getting a lot of blight from unused buildings. Families are going from working straight one shift to 2 or 3 shifts. Our local does a lot of work with Paperfest, a new page mill in Kimberly, puts on basically a 3-day picnic every year in honor of the paper industry, and we do a lot of the temporary work for them. And this past year, since they've closed down, it's been quite a problem. All the people that I'm used to dealing with, they're working for different places. Some are working 3rd shift, some are working 2nd shift. Mom and Dad are both working, and it's just like total chaos, and it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. What negative effects has your industry seen? Loss of jobs?
Well, we've lost a lot of jobs, and of course, being in a union, working dues is what fuels the union for our training. And our revenues are down quite a bit, and it's cost us to cut into our training programs. We can't offer what we could offer before.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen an overall effect on the school system with this, with the paper industry? Yeah,
when the paper industry went down, revenues went down area-wide, and when there's less revenue, less money, and then we've seen most of the school districts around here have had to cut teaching positions, let alone maintenance positions and all the support stuff. Yeah, it's going to be a major problem here.
Mm-hmm. And you said the tax base is also affected, community?
Yeah, the tax base is down, so the roads aren't getting fixed like they were before. As a matter of fact, this past year, driving down College Avenue, which is the main commercial thoroughfare for City Appleton, the grass was 3 feet tall because they couldn't afford to mow it. I mean, it might have been a symbolic thing, and there was a big press about it, but I mean, they are really hurting for revenue, and they can't provide the basic services anymore.
Mm-hmm. What kind of effects do you see on the community as far as the nonprofit groups that might be affected?
Well, our membership does do a lot of volunteer work. Like I said, we work with Paperfest, we work with the Christine Ann Center in Oshkosh. We work with, the wrestling club. But the thing is, any of the monetary donations, because our revenues are down, we can't donate the money like we used to. We're probably down 60% in donations. We try to do everything we can member-wise, but the donations just aren't there anymore because we don't have the money.
If a lot of the paper mills in the community did close up or have permanent shutdown or even temporary shutdown in the next few years, would that have an even more drastic effect?
Yes, it would, because like I say, we're industrial electricians as opposed to residential electricians, and residential is really, there's too many houses here now. If they close these mills down, there's going to be families that basically are going to be forced to move. They're going to have to pick up their roots and go because the work is just not going to be here. Where they're going to go, I don't know, because they're shipping everything offshore. We got to have highly trained people here and nothing for them to do. So it's going to cause a lot of chaos.
We've seen that effect up in Niagara, Wisconsin, where the paper mill, the New Page plant closed.
Yes.
Where families just had to sell their house and move because that's the main work in the community was that paper mill.
Right, and we see the same thing here in Kimberly. Like I say, through the Paper Fest, I've come to know these people, and their families are basically being torn apart because they don't make the living they used to make. You know, they're all highly trained people, but the jobs are gone.
Yeah, great work ethic too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
All right, well, if you had the power to speak to those in charge of this decision, what would you ask them to consider?
Make it fair trade, not free trade. We have the most productive workforce in the world, and basically we're being hamstrung by foreign governments pushing their product in. Let's make it fair, not free. We're still the best there is. We have the highly trained people here, and we're the most economical and efficient workforce on the planet. Give us a chance.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.